All right, MP Thomas does a stellar job on this housing file. But first we have MP Findlay, the housing file, which the Liberals blame everyone but themselves. But hey, check this out. It's a good one.
South Surrey, White Rock.
After 8 years of this NDP Liberal government and 2 years of their housing accelerator, photo ops are up exponentially, but investment in housing construction is down 14%. The Prime Minister promised to make housing more affordable. What has he delivered? Nothing but photos of suits in boots. Canada has the lowest number of housing units per capita in the G7. This Prime Minister is not worth the cost. When will he put aside his photo op obsession and focus on roofs overheads and keys indoors?
The Honourable Minister for Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Mr. Speaker, it's an excellent question, if only if it were based in fact. The member has claimed that, in fact, investment in housing has gone down. I read from the Stats Canada report issued just this morning that multi-unit construction rose 8.2% to $6.6 billion in September, with all provinces reporting gains. Mr. Speaker, residential builds up 7.3% to $12.9 billion. With respect to the Housing Accelerator Fund, we have deals with Kitchener, Calgary, Kelowna, cities across the country, totaling over the next 10 years more than 175,000 more homes. They promised to cut it.
The Honourable Member from South Surrey, White Rock.
Mr. Speaker, photo ops don't build homes. We need more homes in Canada, a lot more, not less. 14% less year over year is what failure looks like. We need homes, not bureaucracy. Since this housing minister took over, investment in housing construction is still plummeting, down 14% year over year. Yeah. After 8 years, rent and down payments have doubled and mortgages are up 150%. Yep. When will this Prime Minister stop the photo ops, let builders build so Canadians can move into homes they can afford?
Yeah. The Honourable Minister for Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Mr. Speaker, I hate to delight in such a moment where the Honourable Member in good faith tries to pose a question but just doesn't have the facts. She has claimed that investment has plummeted literally on the day that Stats Canada has indicated it's increased by 7.3%. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the strategy we're going to use to build more homes, we're going to change the math to make it work for builders by reducing taxes. They plan to raise it. We want to change the way that cities build homes by putting money on the table. They plan to cut it. We will make the investments necessary. We will engage with the sector and other levels of government to get more homes built, whatever it takes.
The Honourable Member from Northumberland, Peterborough South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. After 8 years, this NDP Liberal government, millions of Canadians can never afford to buy a home. Millions of Canadians can't afford to keep their home. According to a recent Scotiabank report, the cost of the average mortgage is going to go up by more than $700 because of their profligate spending. When will these Liberals stop blaming everyone else and finally take responsibility for the housing crisis they caused?
Yeah.
The official opposition.
The Prime Minister promised that Wednesdays would be Prime Minister's question period. His public itinerary indicates he's in Ottawa, and he was even spotted in the building. So the question is for the Prime Minister about the carbon tax chaos he has unleashed. He's paused the tax on...
Okay, so that was the other day, and now... and Trudeau didn't show up for his Wednesday day, and now he's not in question period today. But MP Thomas, has some really good questions for the housing minister, and this is one of the best back and forths I've seen in a while. Subscribe, have a good day, and enjoy this top highlight clip of the day.
Lethbridge.
The Prime Minister promised to make life more affordable for Canadians when he took office, but after 8 years of this Liberal government, rent has doubled, mortgage payments have skyrocketed, and housing prices have doubled as well. Just in today, we found out that housing construction rates are actually down by 14% concerning investment. Only this Liberal government would use a housing accelerator fund to decelerate housing. Contrary to Liberal belief, photo ops don't build houses. I know this is news. So when will the housing minister stop the photo ops and actually get some work done?
The Honourable Minister for Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Mr. Speaker, if the honourable member has concerns about the use of photo ops, I'd suggest she discuss with her leader why he shows up at projects that he had nothing to do with to take a photo and then uses homelessness as a political prop for his social media. Mr. Speaker, the reality is that member knows that we have a plan to build more homes. It's to cut taxes and to put money on the table for home building. They want to raise taxes and cut that money for home building. Mr. Speaker, I was in the honourable member's province just last week announcing a $228 million agreement that's going to see the City of Calgary add more than 35,000 homes over the next 10 years. We're going to continue to do the work that's necessary to get
The Honourable Member from Lethbridge.
What the honourable member knows is this. Rent prices have doubled, house prices have doubled, mortgage rates have skyrocketed, and investment in housing construction is down 14%. This minister just isn't getting the job done, despite his promises to Canadians. So when will he stop the photo ops and actually get to work so that Canadians can have a roof over their head?
The Honourable Minister for Housing, Infrastructure and Communities.
Mr. Speaker, with respect to the honourable member, she's saying that investments are down. In her province, Stats Canada indicated this morning it's up 10.6%. The reality is the numbers are continuing to increase because of the measures we're putting on the table. When we decided to eliminate GST, we saw announcements that are going to lead to 300,000 homes over the next decade. With respect to the Housing Accelerator Fund, the changes cities are making so far have unlocked 175,000 homes. Mr. Speaker, we are going to continue to make the investments necessary to get more homes built over and above the hundreds of thousands that the National Housing Strategy has already delivered.
Oh, it's delivered. Please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. But please subscribe and have a great day.